Hello, friends. It's so good to see you. It's time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap. Do you get the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter? Comes into your inbox every Wednesday. If you don't get it, a link to read this week's newsletter and subscribe is in the descriptions. So, this week, we're talking about personal evolution, the changes that happen in our lives, and we're going to do some readings about this. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I'm so happy to see you here today. So, excuse me, I'm a little verklempt right now because I haven't even read through the comments yet. But as I was setting up, I started to see comments of someone had posted something. And I mean, it's a vulnerable topic that we're talking about. Change is hard no matter what. Whether change is thrust upon us by whatever, whether we choose change, whether we're trying to change and it's hard, whether we're noticing changes and we don't really know what to do about it. Change is hard. And what I'm seeing in the chat is people being supportive of each other, sending those virtual hugs to one another. And I have to tell you how much I appreciate all of you, how much I appreciate you being here, and how much I appreciate this community. Of course, special shout out to the members, to the moderators, and to all of you. And if you happen to be here for the first time, please subscribe because you know you want to be part of this amazing community. All right, let's get to it. Card cam. And we're using Hanson Roberts. Trey, death is the card of change. I wonder how much that will show up in these readings. Seriously, seriously, seriously. So let's get shuffled. And so the funny thing, I thought about the topic of personal transformation, based on the fact that people have recently been telling me about changes they're noticing. Like, I used to enjoy this, but I don't enjoy this anymore. I didn't used to like this, but I do like this now. And, I was just thinking about how we are always evolving. But then, okay, am I a Swiftie? I'm not really. I was the resident psychic of a country radio station, the Eagle, out of Burlington, Vermont, when Taylor Swift had her first hit, a country hit, Teardrops on My Guitar. And that's like, my first introduction to her, of course, was that song, listening to it while I'm waiting to go on air. That was the new Taylor Swift with Teardrops on My Guitar. And now here's our resident psychic, Christiana. And, what kind of psychic readings do you do on the country radio station? I mean, the same ones you do on any other station. But there were also some interesting agricultural questions. That was fun. But anyway, I have seen Taylor grow over these many years. And I loved that her recent tour, her ongoing tour, is called the Eras Tour because it celebrates all of the eras of her career. And so I think it's fun if we can think about our evolution in terms of eras. And, what era are you in now? And do you want a new era? And what might that era be? I've been curious to think, should I have a purple hair era? I'm not sure that I should, but I do think about it. So let's talk about all of these things. I see y'all have got a lot of questions in, so let's do it. Okay. Trey, I read an article that apparently Swifties are wearing diapers at her concerts so they don't miss any of her songs. A 3-hour show with no set break. Oh my gosh. That you paid, I mean, all said and done, to get in the door, you're $1,000 poorer, easy, easy. And so, yeah, I would probably do the same, because if you think about that, every one of those songs has a significant dollar value. Sarah, my mom wants purple hair too. I know, it's this generational thing. And you know why? I think every person in my generation that wants to do something like purple hair, we're the kids who back in the 70s and 80s, we would have loved to be able to rock, to rock vivid colors. And they were just coming in the 80s. The vivids were just coming in, but it was radical. Like if you were going to do that, it was a job stopper back then. So I think we all, like anytime you see a silver-haired lady with a vivid, you know how she was when she was young. That's all I can tell you about that. All right. Caroline, I love purple hair. Right, there you go. See, I would love your mother. You know it. Your mother and I would get along. She has completely white hair. She wants purple highlights. She was a total alternative spirit in the 80s, as was I. So, yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. Trey, you're the first one up. Trey Cameron, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. I feel like I'm headed toward changing my life for the better. Yes. Am I accurate? Any advice from Spirit on making these changes happen? Okay. Are you right? Is your life changing toward the better? Yeah. Absolutely, yes. This is where you were. This is where you're going. But remember that when we talk about any kind of improvement, any kind of growth, it's always like this, you know? I mean, it's not ever just, oh, yes, and then things got better and stayed getting better forever and ever, amen. It's never like that. So when there are moments when you feel like, oh, this is not improvement, recognize those are just moments. The general trajectory is to get there, is improvement. Now, that could be the advice from Spirit on that, just to recognize that, yes, but there will be ups and downs. But is there anything else you need to know there? Yes, some of these are not random or spiritually created changes exclusively. It's also changes that you make and that you decide you want and that you speak into being. Right, Trey, ebbs and flows, that's life, for sure. For sure, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, no. Ness, that's hilarious. In high school, I tried purple hair a few times. I always ended up with purple skull and no change in my hair color. Right. Because to do the vivids, you got dark hair. You kind of have to, you have to take some of that color out. All right. 64, Amy Penn, so good to see you. Job changes. Happening again. Anything in a card for me regarding change and jobs? Yes, well, we knew you wanted job changes. We knew you needed job changes. So here they are happening again. Let's see what we got. Rosemary, you don't know what to ask. That's okay. I know exactly what to ask for you. If you don't have a question by the time I get to you, I got you, girl. I got you. Okay, Amy Penn. You know, you are so good at having vision, at having hope, at manifesting what needs to happen. There's some family stuff that is distracting your energy. And I mean, it's so harsh to say, don't let that get in your way. But it is getting in your way. It is getting in your way. And so stay focused on what you want and need to do. When we look at a new opportunity for you, and I feel like there is a new opportunity either here or on the horizons. And horizons, apparently there's more than one horizon. My concern is there may be some things about a new offer that you don't like. It may not be enough room for growth. There may not be enough challenge. Do you take an offer that is an offer, but that does not have the exact job description that you would prefer? That's a hard decision. If you do take such an offer, have a game plan for how you're going to handle it. If you don't take such an offer, another offer will be by soon. So, in any case, it'll be okay. Okay. Barbie Bird, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. What do the cards have to say about my career situation? Do you see a new industry I should look towards? Feeling like I am in need of a shakeup. So when we look specifically at the industry that you are in, yeah, I don't know that you are I don't know that you're like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect industry for me. I can't imagine being anywhere else. I can't imagine doing anything else. I don't see that. So then we say, well, do we see the potential for a new industry for you? Is it new industry or new role that you would need? That's the question. I think, yes, when you say I need a shakeup, I need a change, oh, golly gosh, yes. Let's ask this, though. What would be the goal? I think it's dangerous when we say, I just need a change. I think that's super dangerous. I don't know why I've got hair on the brain today. I'm hairbrained. If you go into the hairdresser, the stylist, and you say, I don't care what you do, I just need a change. No, they'll do something crazy and you'll hate it. And I think the universe can be the same. I think if we're just like, oh, good God, I don't care what it is, just give me a change, anything. No, don't ever do that. So I think we have to be careful when we talk about an industry change for you, because there are worse places to be too. So do you need a change? Yes, you do. But let's be specific about what sort of change you might need. Let's take a look. Wow. Well, it's hard for you because I'm like, well, every single thing. I think it can't possibly be true. But I do. I feel like you need to... Barbie, you're helping me out here. Good. Of course, I want something more meaningful or geared toward my skill set. Very much need a new manager. And thank you. Thank you for that. Because now I am understanding part of the problem. You need a new manager. And so, yeah, here's what I think will serve you best. I think do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to get into a situation where you have a new manager. And I don't care. I don't care what industry. I don't care if you stay within the same organization and just get into a different team. I don't care. New manager first. But then you have the opportunity to think more about skill set and what is going to be more meaningful. But when we look for you about like meaningful work and skill set and what does that all mean? Like, I'm not sure you know. I'm not sure you know. I wonder if you've had to spend a lot of years just sort of, I need to do the best thing I can to make the money I need to make and to grow in the best way I can. I wonder if you haven't had a lot of opportunity for choices and discernment. So I think that's your process. Get into a situation where you have a better manager. You need that. And then maybe do some skill assessment, maybe do some career counseling, maybe do some divination, and let's really figure out what you want your trajectory to be. And what you figure out what you want your trajectory to be, you know, I feel like you have an historic thing, and it may not even be career, it may be personal, where I think it's hard for you to believe that you could have a meaningful job, better use of your skill set, development of your skill set, better money, those things. I almost feel like you were taught to not even want those things. So there may be some unpacking you need to do there. Yeah, Barbie, very. I'm not sure, I don't know either. Right. Honestly, Barbie, I'm going to be really honest with you. Since you're doing a good job talking back to me, I'm going to talk back to you. And when I say talk back, I don't mean that in that rude way that Americans sometimes use it. Don't talk back to me. I mean, literally like the talk back mic. You're talking back. That's like a broadcast term. Sorry. Anyway, the way your cards look, you look like you've never had an opportunity to really believe that you have choices or that you could have something great here. It really does look that way. Yeah, you've nailed it. Yeah. Got it. Thank you. So you, Barbie, need to do what they tried to all make us do between the ages of 14 and 18, and most of us failed it miserably. But now you're an adult, so you could do it. Figure out what you want to be when you grow up. I'm here to help any way you like, seriously. All right. Mix you here. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being vulnerable. Really appreciate, just sort of saying, hey, saying that you've had a rough week. And I love how everyone is just able to come in and offer that support. I am so grateful for the people willing to be vulnerable and for the people willing to be loving. And that's most of you here, willing to be both of those things most of the time. And it means so much. In a world that is so brutally difficult, it means so much. All right. And mixture. What is my next era? Ooh, you could have a wonderful era. I want you to have a very spicy era. And what do I need to know to best navigate it, take full advantage of it? All right. Barbie, you're always saying you're trying to figure out what you need to be when you grow up. Yeah, that is it. That's the thing right there. All right. Okay. So, I'm going to do this as a 3-card spread just to see what happens, and I think it would be illuminating. So, what is my next era? What do I need to know to best navigate it and take full advantage of it? 3 cards. There you go. There you go. What is your next era? What is your next era? What do I need to know to navigate it and take full advantage of it? Okay, do you notice how all of these cards are reversed? And very often, when someone says to me, what do you do when all the cards are reversed? I will say, interpret each reversal. But all of these cards are reversed because what you need to do is hard for you to do. And the next era that is available to you energetically is hard for you to achieve because it's going to have to cause you to do things differently than you normally do, to literally kind of turn yourself upside down in terms of what your normal, natural response would be. And Mixuir says, gulp. Yeah, watch this. Watch this play out. You're going to like this. And we're going to do magic as we do it. Remembering the words of the late, great Rachel Pollack, reversing a card is a magical act. So as we reverse each card, everybody here, breathe with me and welcome this energy into Mixuir, who lives in Toronto, whose name is Michelle. Let's welcome this into Michelle's life as she welcomes her next era. Your next era is one of recognizing that you deserve to have wonderful people around you and that you are navigating a wonderful community that may in many ways be very sort of well, I don't think it would surprise you since, well, I'm just going to say that whenever I see the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, upright or reversed, it very often to me speaks to me of what we'd call today the rainbow community. That community of people who express in so many different ways, so many different genders, and express in that way. And so this to me can be a card of literally the embracing of that community and being embraced in that community. It's also a card very specifically of music, and I know you sing in a community sort of a choir situation. And I know you also like to go to music festivals. These are just things I know about you, right? And so it fits here. What's your next era? Your next era is feeling like you don't need to associate too much with people who are dull and people who don't get you and people who don't honor you and people who don't see you. Right, Mixuir, you're they, them. So here's you and a bunch of other he, she's, theys, thems, pers and zers, mixes, all hanging out and being musical together. And not having to take a bunch of crap from anybody else about who you are and how you present and how you live your life. Your next era is loud and proud, my friend. Your next era is filled with music and joy and song and friendship and connection with interesting people and creativity. And tarot is part of this, This is also often a card I get about tarot, like going to tarot reading parties. Do it like your tarot pop-ups, I think, can really show up here. And how you, right, Barbie's like, I love this for you, Michelle, right? Right? This is like just so delightful It's fun, it's creative, it's spiritual, and it's community. That's your next era. Okay. How do you need to know to best navigate it? No freaking patriarchal mindsets are allowed. But you can navigate the patriarchy because you still have to live in what you live in, and you can navigate it, but you've got all of this superpower to bring to that. And the good parts of the emperor. You will be responsible. You will be stable. Perhaps your tarot pop-ups will become very stable and anticipated and a solid part of the community. So that's cool. And then, how do I take full advantage of it? By letting this be your world and knowing that this is your world and this can be your world. And as this becomes your world, the world is better for it. So mote it be. How about that? That was fun, right? All right. All right. There we go. Allie Mammon, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Can you please tell me whether I am evolving in the correct direction or devolving? And if so, how can I continue the journey forward, right? Which is obviously the direction into which we would prefer to move. Okay. Mix you here. So mote it be. So y'all, that was like a really fun example of divination and magic in the same moment. Sometimes the opportunity for that shall arise, and when it does, we take full advantage of it. So feel free to do this at home. You know, the disclaimer, don't try this at home. You get the opposite disclaimer. Do try this at home. All right. Allie Mammon. Are you evolving in the correct direction? Well, I think the direction is healing. And so that's why sometimes it feels yes and sometimes it feels no, because healing is messy that way. But as long as you're going toward healing and as long as you're moving forward toward joy and creativity and self-determination, then you're okay. Nalini Kalu, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. I feel like I stepped into a new era, definitely, mentally and emotionally. Can you please tell me what the universe wants me to know in this new chapter? All right. What do you need to know in this new chapter? Here we go. What you need to know is that you have done a really good job staying logical, moving forward, being smart, being in your own integrity, speaking your truth, knowing your truth, setting boundaries. And these are things that are not naturally easy for you to do. And what this has done, and this is becoming a very operative card for us as a community today, what this has done is given you a real forward motion. So very well done. And the universe just wants you to stay smart, stay logical, trust yourself, keep doing these things, and the rewards will be vast and great. Tina Mnuchin, good to see you. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thank you both for being members. Appreciate you. Martha Vink, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I am suddenly incredibly curious about your middle name. I'll reach out later and text you. Because I always thought I knew what your middle name was, but if it is, then your middle name and your sister's first name are likely the same, which I think would be odd. So it's probably not. So now I'm really confused. So I'll reach out and find out, because suddenly I need to know this. Anyway, thank you so much for being a member. Thanks for being here. I want to continue to evolve. Lately, I've been feeling stuck. I know how that feels. I'm sorry. It's making me cranky. What advice might there be for getting unstuck and moving into a better place? All right. So I think the question I'm going to ask is, what is the nature of the stuck? The nature of the stuck is reality. Like, you're not really stuck. You're just holding space for a lot of really, really, really hard stuff. You are in what most of us in life would consider an untenable position. And you just wear it every day like it's your job, because it literally is your job. It literally is your job. You wear it every day. And you stay strong in it, and it's good, and you're capable to it, and you do it, but it's hard. It's hard. You're not stuck. You're just doing a really hard thing, and you're not giving yourself the grace of every day saying, good Lord, it is exquisitely hard to be me. And I choose to be me in this position because it is very important. And I recognize that the role that I play on this planet, in this position, at this moment in time is critical. And I may never live to see all of the good that I'm doing, but I'm doing that good, and I'm doing it by choice. And if you can remember this, Martha, and if you can say this to yourself every day, and if you recognize that every time you sing a song, every time you dance, every time you go to the beach, every time you do something fun, you are bringing glory to the divinity that you know to be real. And you are really sticking it to those who would try to gatekeep divinity for themselves. All right. Heather, I am always so grateful to see others' questions, cards, and responses. I love that the cards reach out and speak to the ones they are pulled for, as well as us watching. Yes, thank you, thank you. That's why these group sessions don't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be like, oh God, here I am. When's it gonna be my turn? I mean, yeah, there probably is some of that. But yeah, especially if you are yourself a person who loves the cards, which is really most of what I'm trying to attract here. Not all, but most. Yes, it is, as you say, an interactive sport. That's so smart. Yes, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for seeing that and knowing that. Hey, Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Ben, Libra Does Tarot, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. On the whole, I feel 2023 has been a pretty transformative year for me. I would agree. What areas for change do I need to focus on? Maybe where I don't see the need for change, or am not seeing it. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, Joyous Ocean, thank you. Sorry, I just got caught up. Recognize, you know what? Okay, here's what I was just doing while I was getting ready to answer Ben's question. I was getting up recognizing, I was looking ahead, recognizing I'm going to have to pronounce a name that I'm not sure I know how to pronounce. And I was trying it on in my head a couple of times. That's what I was doing. So, so, um, obviously not, no, not that. All right. Here we go, Ben. Here we go. Ben, where do you need to change, if anywhere? Where do you need to change, if anywhere, that you're not seeing? Ben, right this second, and I mean it could change tomorrow, but right this second, if you're not seeing it, it's all good. You're good. You've got a really good 360 on yourself right now. Obviously, no one has that all the time, but you have it right now. So for right now, enjoy the transformation. Let the transformation continue as we move into 2024 and you come to StaarCon and all those good things. Let's be open to all of those things. And in terms of an area for change to focus on, you could be kinder to yourself. You could be more generous with yourself. You could learn better to ask for what you need. You know that. You didn't need me to tell you that. All right. And here it comes. The pronunciation of a philosopher's name. Joyous Ocean. Change is the only constant in life, which I was thinking about the entire time I was writing the newsletter. And I didn't know where it originated, and you're telling me where it originated. And it originated, well, it's a parable series for Octavia Butler. That's cool. But the first person who said it, I cannot say it in any way that isn't going to make me laugh. Heraclitus? Heraclitus. There, I tried. You tell me. How did I do? Okay. Here we go. Ocean. I love that transparency for the brain switch. Well, you see it happening in real time. You know, you see me go into that space. And like when it happens when I'm doing a reading, people totally give me space for it. If it goes on too long, they think I've gone into a trance. But they get that something's happening in there and I need a minute. But in a broadcast, like we call that dead air, and it's not ideal. So, you know. Trace Ocean, I think that's right, but I don't know. Okay. Caroline McLaughlin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member and using members-only emojis. Nyanya, thank you very much for the generous super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Glad you're here. Joyce Ocean, your question is up next. I do embrace change. I know you do. What blind spots do I have around change? Is there an area I could change more? Thanks for using members only emojis. Let's see what we got. Blind spots, that's a 2-card reading. Blind spots that you have around change. I think you have a lot of integrity there, really. I think you have integrity and good vision around that. Blind spots that you have around change. An area in life you could change more. I mean, I think you could always be more optimistic about your future. And I know that's funny because you're an optimistic person. But any one of us who is optimistic, I'm an optimistic person too. I think optimism is good for the soul. If you can muster it, I think it's good. But any one of us has moments of doubt. You know, if you don't have doubt, you're not human. And so I think the change that you could embrace is to have an even more unshakable faith in the opportunities and possibilities and magic that surround you and your loved ones and that await you at all times. How about that? Okay. Michelle, yeah, I started the broadcast late today. Full disclosure, when I read for people in different time zones, I can be here really late at night. I was here in the office last night until after midnight because I was working with people in different time zones. So yeah. And so I gave myself permission to sleep in this morning, which put my schedule off. Joyce Ocean, you liked that. Good. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin, my good friend, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What changes are helping me evolve that I'm not aware of? What does Spirit want me to know about my evolution at this time? Oh, I love that. And that also, I think, is a pretty good 2-card spread. What changes are helping me evolve at this time that I'm not aware of? Melissa, working in the international world, I feel your pain. Right? But I have this great, comfortable office. It even has a shower in it. So, I can just be here, nap on the couch, do what I got to do. It's all good. So, Nanya, just to let you know, I'll do one question. And we typically try to do it, as you can see, everyone's asking questions about evolution. That is in the title and in the topic. I'm absolutely happy to answer your question, and I will. But I'm going to couch it around the topic of evolution. Okay. And of course, I'll do it in the order in which I see it. Thanks. So, Jeannie. The changes. Because I was asking the question and this one card just went, boop. It's your jumper. And your jumper. What does Spirit want you? Oh, no. What changes are helping me evolve that I'm not aware of? Look how we could see like Spirit in the form of this winged lion, literally sending healing. And the changes that are happening The energy that is happening here is all about your self-esteem, your connection to others, your friendships, your romance, your position in community. It's all of those things. It's who you are and how you interact with others. And that's an energy that's changing and evolving with you in a huge way, even if you do not fully see the evidence of that yet. What does Spirit want you to know? What does Spirit want you to know about your evolution at this time? Oh, girl, that you're doing it, and that what you are writing and what you are creating and what you are speaking and what you are teaching and how you are connecting and even what you're doing online. Spot on and perfect. Well done. Medea Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. How have I changed? What needs attention to change? And I'm glad you like the topic. That's fabulous. Try to think about, I do try to think about y'all when I pick a topic. I do. Or at least how is that going to work on Thursday? If I do this for Wednesday, how is that going to go on Thursday? How have you changed? I shuffled, but you got the same card we ended with Jeannie. We ended Jeannie on. You have changed in that I think you're trusting more. You're trusting yourself more. You're more willing to use your voice. You're more willing to recognize your truth. There is growth in your own understanding of your wisdom, strength, knowledge, and truth. That's good growth. Good change. What needs attention? Is there an area that needs attention in order to change? Apparently so. What is that? Oh my. What attention? What needs attention to change? So this is something really asking for attention, but what is it? What is this in regards to? I feel like there's something where you feel like you're not doing enough or not appreciated enough. It's something where either you feel like you're not doing it right or doing it enough, or you're not receiving what you need or receiving it in the way that you need it. So it's either about your own negative self-talk, or it's about not asking for what you want and need, or somehow both, because those things could be related. Or anything else you want to do with that devil nest. That's up to you. Hey Z, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. I see you. I will absolutely get to you in the order that I see your question. Okay. Here we go. Trying not to miss anybody. Okay, hang on a minute. All right, here we go. Okay. I think Sarah's up next. Sarah, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. So much transformation is happening for me right now, for the better. Where is this evolution? Where's this evolution leading? I think it'll be easier to support my evolution if I can see my North Star. Oh, That's so smart. That's so smart. See, that's why you're such a good tarot reader. That is so smart. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. What is your North Star? Wow. Wow. So, for those of you who don't know, Sarah's engaged, and the Four of Wands is like, this card of marriage and community and celebration and all of that and happy home. Sarah has moved into a home. So there's a lot here that says, yeah, we wonder about the North Star because like so much change has already happened. You made the commitment to the relationship, you moved into the home. So like you've done those things, you've had that evolution already. You've also on a spiritual level done so much work. Magically with divination, with tarot, so much. You know a lot more about the Crowley deck than I do. You have really done a great job educating yourself and learning and growing in that process. So we understand what you've done. What are you going to? And that is the whole question. We don't know. We don't know. You don't know. The cards don't know. You don't know. I don't know. None of us here have a clue. None of us here have a clue. So therein is a question. Therein is the question. So what do we do with that? You don't, are we to assume that you can't have your North Star yet because you're just leaning into these new things and you have to wait? Are we to assume that? Or is there something else? Honestly, I think there's something here about work and career. I think the next, because we're always evolving. We're not looking for what will you come into to be forever. And a lot of the evolution you've had does feel like very permanent. A home feels very permanent. A person that you're going to live the rest of your life with, that's kind of permanent. Even your spiritual path, while always evolving, feels, like it's with you. I think the next thing to focus on, the next thing to think about how and where you would like to evolve is around creativity, career, livelihood. Do you want a side hustle in tarot? You sure could. You're talented. You could, for example. Do you want some change where your career is concerned? Those are the things to be thinking about next, I believe. Sarah, I'm laughing at your feedback. That's a pretty version of the Four of Wands. It really is. And I'm glad you're feeling that energy right now because it's good. It's good. Yeah, there it is. The evolution is leading toward a new career path that supports creativity. There you go. There you grow. There you grow. All right. Heather Roberts, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm reorganizing my home after a move. I want more done than is getting done, and I'm frustrated. I'm struggling between ongoing projects and daily maintenance. I need perspective. Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. Ha! 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 She's struggling between Ongoing projects and daily maintenance. And what card did we get? The Two of Pentacles. Right, this is your entire situation. There it is. The cards confirm your situation. Don't you love it when that happens? So now we say, yes, thank you, Tarot. Thank you for recognizing that what we said is the problem is indeed the problem. Have you noticed that the cards do this? And we can joke about it, but it's helpful because it does help us to know that what I see is what it is, and okay, we're all on the same page, so that's good. All right, so what do we do about it? What's the perspective? Love your home. Every single day, love your home. Tell your home that you love it. Recognize that you are doing this, and what this, it's an all boats rise kind of a situation, really. In the sense that, you know, you do this, you do that, and it feels like, I'm just using just a bunch of mixed metaphors here, but it's like you've got your ducks in a row, but then they go wandering off. Likewise, you know, there's this boat over here, there's this boat over here, we work on this boat, what's going on here? But a little bit at a time, as you do the daily and the ongoing, a little bit at a time, it all gets better. It will happen. Just recognize this is a labor of love. Don't see it as, good God, I have to do this, it will never be done. Oh, this house, nah. No. Oh, this house. I love this house. This is my home. Every single thing about it I love. I don't care what kind of whatever it is right now. I love it. Do it with love and recognize this is the nature of the beast and it's okay. All right. Rosemary, I don't know what to ask. Well, we know what to ask. You are going through a heck of a personal evolution, and it involves realizing things related to family. It involves wanting a geographic change, but in many ways that geographic change has weirdly been a metaphor for needing a change in another area of your life that has been very uncomfortable for you. So you're in a whole place of evolution, Rosemary. So what can you know about that? What you can know is that as you accept the reality of what's going on, good things are going to happen for you. Change is going to happen. Luck is going to happen. Good things are going to happen. That's what you need to know. Z, here we go. Okay, wait a minute. Z, I'm going to do you now, and then I'll go back and catch Rory, who I think didn't get the memo about what we're doing today, but we'll do it. Oh, Z, thank you. Thank you. Heather, good. Okay. So ZM, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Will the plumbing issue at the house be resolved soon and fast and everything go peacefully with the tenant? Wow, that sounds like a stressful situation. I am so sorry. The evolution of a landlord. All right. Will the plumbing issue at the house get resolved soon? Yes, it will be resolved soon and easily. And will everything go peacefully with the tenant? There's that card again. You know, there's gonna be some butthurt there. There's gonna be some butthurt, so you may have to do some negotiation. But as long as you do some negotiation, everything will be fine. You just have to go in, I'm going to share with you and everyone a skill that I've recently learned. In any difficult interaction, one person goes like nuclear, like DEFCON 4, and then the other person goes dismissive. So say in this situation, a tenant with a plumbing problem is like, oh, they've gone DEFCON. If you're dismissive, it's going to make them worse. If you are like, oh my gosh, we are on this. This is what we have done. Is there damage? What do we need to talk about? If you're like the DEFCON one, they'll immediately calm down. I've learned that recently. Oh, Rosemarie, good. I am really glad. Okay. DH. Oh, no, wait a minute. DH, you're next. I was just going to grab Rory. Rory was looking for a message from the guides. We can do that. We're talking today about evolution, transformation, a new era. What do you need to know in regards to that? You've got some heartache you need to heal. The transformation you need right now is healing and release from something that has been really hurtful. I'm sorry. So find that healing. That's the key. DH, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What changes are in store for me for the rest of the year and into the new year? Broadly, I'm going to say emotional changes that bring you joy and happiness. Don't spend it till you have it, but maybe some financial changes as well, in a good way, and just a more expansive energy. It's good. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. With so much upheaval in my husband's life with regards to family and spirituality, he's now facing frustration in his career, and he's nervous and discouraged. I am so sorry. Yeah. Help him to understand this is all part of the primary evolution. Although the job may be completely unrelated to the change in community and family, it's not unrelated to a change in him. And remember that y'all were raised to believe on some level that you don't have as much agency in the world as you usually do. Remind him that he has agency, that he may need to learn how to communicate in a different way. He may need to do something completely differently, but he can learn, he can grow, and he has everything he needs to be successful. Yeah, they will complain, and that's why you have to go in like with a more urgent energy than their own. All right. Melissa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'd love to know what my next era is. I've made some strides in my personal journey, but still feel stuck in many ways. Oh, we're going to do this, man. We are doing this, and we are doing this now. What is Melissa's next era? Your next era, everything you've been waiting for. Joy, satisfaction, wishes fulfilled, great sex, complete fulfillment and healing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Everything you've been working for. Jackie Masters, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Am I moving in the right direction? What's next for me? Am I moving in the right direction? And we get Chariot reversed. I don't love that. So now let's ask, okay, in what way might you need to make a course correction? Yes, I think you are overall moving in the right direction, but there are times that you can misinterpret small difficulties as big difficulties. There are times that things that hurt you can linger with you in a way that does more damage than it needs to. So learning how to heal these small sort of daily injuries to the heart and the larger, bigger injuries, learning how to do that healing so that it does not knock you off your path. That seems to be the key. All right. Thanks, everyone, for your feedback. Joanne Ellis. I'm moving in the right direction and... Oh, I think you were asking. What it says is, I'm moving in the direction and where I need to improve. That's a question. Are you? Where? Yes. Okay. We can do this. Are you moving in the right direction? There may be some questions work-wise, health-wise, or financially. So let's take a look at those things. Work-wise, there may be a need for some compromise in some of the ways things are going. Be intuitive around the things going on. Health-wise, I think you may need to see a doctor or talk to someone about something you're experiencing that you haven't shared yet. I don't necessarily think it's serious, but, there's something going on. And financially, I don't think it's getting worse, but I don't think it's getting better. So you may want to do something. Yeah, Jackie, a lot of us have that one for sure. All right. Rose, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I appreciate you. Here's my question. I've been the advice person for 2 decades, for 2 decades-old friends, and I want to evolve from that. I'm still keeping my friends, but do you see new friendships, and can I behave differently? So finding new friendships. Yes, you absolutely can find a wonderful, happy, beautiful new community. Yes, you can find new friendships. And being the person who gives advice, I think it's natural because you're smart and you can see things. Want a job? No, seriously. You're smart and you can see things. I think we just have to remember, and it feels like sitting on your hands and biting your tongue at first. But remember that you have more value. You bring more value to the room than just being the problem solver. And you can still be the problem solver sometimes, but it shouldn't be the basis of the relationship. Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'll be taking December off after graduation. Then I'll be in a whole new area in my life throughout the next year. A lot of unknowns, but in a good way. Maybe starting it with StaarCon. You never know. Any insight how it may unfold? Yeah, it'll look like that. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot emotionally. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. We know these two cards are connected, right? And we know that at the end of the day, they are deeply spiritual, and they tell us to avoid bad relationships So you want to be careful about that. But you also want to recognize that these two cards together offer an amazing opportunity for you, that this year you have more choices. Yes, you'll have to work hard, and you can agree to work hard, but you can also choose. What are you going to worry about? What are you not going to worry about? Who are you going to associate with? Who are you not going to associate with? What's allowed in your heart? What's not allowed in your heart? You're going to learn some deep discernment. And the thing is, you come from a family situation where discernment was impossible because the baseline was spaghetti noodles. This year, you're going to learn what a baseline of normal behavior should be for people in treating other people, and what you can choose and what boundaries you can have, and what behaviors are appropriate and what behaviors are not. It's a big year. Come to StaarCon. All right. Nanya, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. So thanks for being here, and thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. We're looking at potential transformation within a relationship here. We're wondering how Jackie, your manager, feels and thinks about you. You feel a connection, but you also see avoidance. So you're wondering if there could be a possible connection or a romance here, or what's going on. I think this person feels positively towards you, but I think this person is really trying to stay professional. And that seems to be the key, is we want to stay professional. Is there any potential for the two of you? Man, I got this card again. I have to think it's possible that there could be some mutuality here, some connection, some energy, but because of the context of the space, we don't see anything. So if you can find a way to remove the context, then maybe. Okay. Okay. Oh, Nanya, I'm time stamping you at like 142. Well, I can't. I don't know what it is on the. So if anyone knows how to drop a timestamp for Nanya, go ahead. Please do. Claire C., good, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I know where you're from. You're in Lisbon, Portugal. That's so cool. How can I help my grandson as he transitions into adulthood and college? It's going to be hard for him. And I don't think he knows it's going to be hard. And I think he's going to want to play it tough that it's not hard. And so it would be good if you believe in him. And somehow if he could just secretly know that you know he can handle all of this and you have complete faith and it's no big deal. But, you know, if it's hard and you need to talk to someone or you want to go out to dinner or whatever, just give me a call. Like that. Like that. All right. Oh, Nanya, we gotcha. Okay, good. I didn't know how to do that. I'm sorry. All right. And Z did have another question about the plumbing. And Nina Time, I skipped you. Hang on a minute. I'm wondering if the guy I'm getting to know would bring a positive change in our lives, or should we have a different perspective on a relationship? Well, that's an interesting question about evolution for sure. Um, yeah, I would say you want to be careful still. If this person were to come into your lives, I think it would be somewhat irritating and destabilizing. Oh no, definitely different perspective, at least for now, definitely. Okay, and just regarding the plumbing, Z, are you better off with RJ Clean Team or TDT? It almost doesn't matter, but I would say RJ would be better. Okay, and Fedborn, what does the new era look like for me? That you are gonna have to do what you've always done, and you'll get what you've always got. If you want a new era, create a new era. Decide what you want it to look like and go make it happen. Seriously. Yeah, Nina, that was pretty definitive. Not too many ways to sugarcoat that one. Seriously. Friends, from my perspective, we have come to the end. If I've accidentally skipped you, I'm so sorry. What a fun topic, right? What a fun conversation. If I've missed you, please do reiterate. If you're here and haven't asked, it's last call for readings, y'all. I'll be here for just another couple of minutes saying goodbye. So if you want to get that question in, by all means, do. I really enjoyed working on that topic with you. So much fun. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the people who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Thanks to the members and the moderators. StaarCon. New presenters are going on the website right now. Updates are going on right now. New presentations right now. Get those tickets. Seriously, we really want to see you. You can join us in person or online, one day or all 3 days. Either way, you're in for the afterglow, which is a whole year long. So make sure you join us. My friends, I will look forward to seeing